And this is now Tier 3, Lesson 1, Vocabulary of Polynomials. So remember things that are not polynomials? We had a bunch of stuff. We had the square root of x. We had x to any fractional exponents, which is the same thing. Then we had exponents, so 2 to the x power. And remember, we also had things like x to the negative 1, x to the negative 2, which mean 1 over x and 1 over x squared. So those negative exponents are not polynomials. So we need to remember something from Algebra 1. Remember when we divide exponents, the rule is we subtract. If we're dividing, we subtract. So what I could write is x times x times x times x times x times x. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all over x squared, 1, 2. And then we could cancel, 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 and then we have x to the fourth left over. If you remember the rule, when you divide two things with the same base, x to the 6 and x squared, we get x to the 6 minus 2, right? When we divide, we subtract. So this would be a polynomial, even though we see some division. If we did the same rule over here, we would say that this is x to the 3 minus 5, which is x squared. Okay, if you want to see me multiply it out, I'll do that real fast. X times x times x, that's x cubed, all over x to the 5th. If we cancel, 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 then we see we have x squared in the denominator. This is 1 over x squared, which is x to the negative 2. Okay, same thing. Okay, that shouldn't be positive 2. That should be x to the negative 2. This would not be a polynomial. So if we want to distinguish if this is a polynomial, then we have to actually follow this quotient rule, and so we can check. So I'm going to do all that work. X squared, this is divided by x to the first. So 2 minus 1, this is x to the first, or just x. Plus 5x, so you see we have some like terms here we got to combine. Minus x to the fourth. Minus 3, and then we've got x to the 5th and x cubed, right? 5 minus 3, this is x squared. Plus x squared, there's more like terms. Minus 2, and then this one, it's 10 divided by 2, right, which is just 5. And x cubed divided by x cubed, that's 1. So 5 times 1, which is just 5. So now let's combine some like terms. We've got 6x, no more x to the fourth. We can combine these and get negative 2x squared. And we can combine these numbers and just get plus 3. So now let's write it in standard form. We got negative x to the fourth minus 2x squared plus 6x plus 3. So yes, this is a polynomial. The name is a quartic. Remember, anything fourth degree or higher, though, doesn't really matter so much, so we could just call this a fourth degree polynomial. So the degree is 4. The leading coefficient is negative 1. Be careful. And the number of terms, 1, 2, 3, 4 terms.